Well, it's 8:00 on a Tuesday, March the 23rd, 2021. Hopefully weather is breaking where everybody's living. Have a relatively nice day today and just continues to get better every day. I know some people here are real anxious for growing some things in the ground and getting started, and some people's been doing that, well, if not all year. They've certainly been working at it real hard in the South. So anyway, a little bit different format here for tonight. Apologize for not being here last week. I had and still have some of the creepy crud in the sore throat area and runny nose and all that spring colds, I guess. So anyway, last night was very scary. What happened there, Bill, on the Rock Homestead? You got maybe high winds, tornadoes out your way, or? So anyway, like I say, a little bit different format here for tonight. Nobody emailed us this past week and said, hey, would you want to talk about this on a Tuesday night? So I had to come up with my own stuff. And but I did get an email from somebody that's in the chat here asking more of a general question. And I don't have a good answer for them, but I want to talk about it tonight a little bit. And that happens to be Geeky Gardens. Geeky Gardens is the one that sent me an email. I had a question about a comment that showed up on one of his videos. Since you're in the chat, Geeky Garden, would you type in the name of the video that has that comment?
East of me, tornadoes and microbursts destroyed buildings.
Oh, wow. So, Geeky Gardens, if you could please type in the name of your video that this comment was left on. Well, if he just types the name, it'll be all right.
Okay.
So anyway, what I thought would do here tonight is, we're not a big channel by any stretch of imagination. We're definitely not a big channel. We do not have. We have a large collection of subscribers that are mostly vacant. They come around once in a while, never know when, but they're not here on a week in, week out basis. There's some of you guys are here week in, week out. We really appreciate you. That's our hardcore subscriber base. I wish that what are we up to? 17,000 and some. I wish all 17,000 were here. If I had 17,000 in the chat tonight, I'd be happy. But we don't have that. That's okay. Very few have as many people on a live stream as what they have as members, or as members on their channel. Gosh, if we had 17,000 subscribers, that'd really be good, wouldn't it? Jeez.
Members? Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, it was his garden tour. Okay, I'm going to grab the URL.
Okay.
Ooh, he has one of those flower thingy bob things.
Yeah. One of those flower thingy bob things. He's got two of them, I think. So, Sherry likes your flower thingamabobber things. So anyway, let me bring this screen over and let's kind of get into it here. Sorry, We went the wrong way here. There we go. All right, so Geeky Gardens is the channel in question here tonight. And here's what I would like everybody here tonight, all 15, 16, 17 of you that are here. Every one of you go to Geeky Gardens and watch a video and say, "Hi, Two Family Homesteads told me to stop by and check out your channel." Jack is a longtime viewer, and I'm pretty amazed that his channel isn't doing better, and I want to talk about that a little bit. You know, if you are a channel that has a massive following, and I don't care what the subject is on, but if you have a massive following, you're a 1 million subscriber channel, you can sit here and you can say in one of your videos, you can say in a live stream, but let's do a video, because videos always get more views than live streams. So in a video, you say, "Hey, go check out Geeky Gardens. Throw him some love." Whatever. Let's blow him up. I see that we got him one more subscriber. It was $5.99 when I looked earlier. He's up to 600.
Oh, Chris subscribed, and my new channel didn't subscribe. So
anyway, I see he's sitting at roughly 600 subscribers. But
602.
You know, he's been doing this for a couple of years now. It looks like this channel was actually born in 2017. He does not put out a ton of videos, and he has come a long way in the quality of his videos. So what I thought I'd do here tonight is we would kind of combine a little bit of what we do on Thursday nights when we review a channel, but actually dive in a little bit deeper. Let's see a little bit more what Geeky Gardens has to offer, what they're doing, what could they do better, and what does he need to do in the future to make his channel grow. And I think everybody in here can help. Everybody in here can help. So the first thing I'm going to notice when I go to Geeky Gardens home channel is he's got a very nice, colorful banner up on the top. It is full size, sort of. Now I'm going to get real picky here, but I can do that. You know, hey, it's my show, so I'm going to get real picky. His banner here, and many people will not even notice this, but you notice it has a little white strip down the side over here. It's got a white strip down the side on the right-hand side. So my first thought is, what's going on here? Because the center part of it here looks absolutely great. And anybody that's in here right now, if you've not been with us on a Thursday night where we talk about banners and the importance of branding your channel and making it better, some of you are not aware of the fact that the banner shows up differently on all devices. So it's going to show up differently on a phone
he has a notepad ready.
as opposed to a desktop or a laptop, or even a TV set. On a TV set, that's where you get the full banner experience. And what do I mean by full banner experience? Well, let me just show you here. Here's how you can go see the full banner. Now, I happen to be in Chrome. I'm using Chrome right now, which is easy enough to use. So I'm just going to hover the mouse over top of the banner, and I'm going to say view the page source. And so here's the source. This is what YouTube is sending to your computer, telling it what to display. This is all the links. This is all the metadata. This is everything that you see here for this page shining out over here. So I want to search on this page here. So I'll do a Control F. That opens up a little search function up here. I'm going to type in the number 2560. And the reason I type in 2560 is the full banner size is 2560 by 1440 pixels. So I'm going to type in 2560. I see here that there's only 2 instances of all this text. There's only 2 instances of 2560 in there. And what this is telling me is what the URL is for that banner. So I'm going to highlight that. I went back to the HTTPS in front of this first 2560. I'm going to include the 2560. So I have that all highlighted. Do a right click and say go to this. So here is Geeky's banner. This is the picture that you're actually seeing here. But this is the full-size banner. Now, if you remember what I said, when I see it on his page, I was noticing a little white stripe over here on the right-hand side. I was noticing a very thin white stripe on the left-hand side. If I go look at the entire picture, looky there, I can see him right here. This is actually a little bit reduced size so that it fills up the entire screen. But what you're seeing here, you're seeing the full-size picture. I can do a right-click, download it, save it. I can put it into an editor, do whatever I want to do with it. And something he could do with very little effort is do that. Of course, he probably has this original picture. But if he puts this into an editor and just does a little bit of resizing and cuts out the white is not going to show here. It's not going to change anything. Nah, that's just one of those little deals like when you hit a bug and you're driving a new car and you got a bug splatter on your hood. So you just kind of have to go wipe it off. Does it really hurt anything? No, but you just want to get it off. So that's how I feel about some little things like this. What I did want to share with everybody here, that's one way you can see what somebody's banner actually looks like. You can just go into the source code and pull that out. Use that URL and display it here. Now, the reason I mentioned earlier that it displays differently across all devices is if you are on a phone, let me get my little pin out here. I'm going to increase the size of it. All right. If you're on a phone, somewhere about right here, don't know exactly, and about right here, this part of the banner is not even seen. So if you're on a phone, you will still see everything he has for information on that banner. Geeky Gardens, random post when something interesting presents itself. So that's
Hey, to say Hurricane Matthew changed the picture lot. That 40-foot magnolia is no longer there, along with half the bromeliads. Oh my. I love bromeliads.
Oh, so you're talking about some stuff in the picture here.
Yeah,
Okay. So in other words, some of the, I'm guessing this is maybe the magnolia tree. I'm guessing. Maybe. I'm just looking at these leaves here. Is that magnolia?
I can't see that far away.
Are these flowers? Is that the
Bromelide?
That's bromelide.
My mom had those, yep.
Okay. That just looks like puffy little flower things to me.
Yeah, they're puffy little flowers.
Puffy little flowers.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, on a phone, you're only going to see this center part. You're going to find a lot of people, a lot of channels, have a great looking banner, but they have lettering from all the way from the left side to the right side. And when somebody pulls them up on a phone, it's cut off. Maybe they can't even read it. Maybe they don't even know what it says. The coloring on this is, I'm going to say it could be a little bit better, but you can read it. So I can't argue too much about it. It does tend to blend in a little bit. There's not as much contrast as what I would like to see.
That was magnolia. Wound up laying across the yard and on my workshop.
Oh, wow. So it, so something else that I have running on here is I have, TubeBuddy, and I also have, vidIQ. I do not have the full big paid versions of any of those running, but I do have both of those running here, and for a reason. You can see here that this is giving me a little bit of analytics on his channel, now that I'm sitting at his channel. So unless you have TubeBuddy running, you are not going to necessarily be seeing all this. And the video in question that he wanted to talk about was this one, the 2021-03-21 garden update. So I'm going to turn the sound down. Sound doesn't matter at this point. Turn the sound down. And the reason that it started up in the middle was I was looking at this a little bit earlier, and this is where I stopped, so it came back to finish up at this point, because I do share you would want these planters.
Yeah, they're only $100.
They're only $100.
Yeah.
But she said she would like those planters. I did not see the person you were talking about in your email in here, though. And I guess that's why I wanted to ask you. So did that comment just totally disappear? Let me go look at that email again real quick. Okay, in essence, what happened was he got an email stating that let's see, I want to say it right. Tonight I received an email from YouTube regarding a comment on my latest video from someone named, and the name is Robert Neiman. stating, "We want to sponsor your indoor grow lights. If you are interested, please leave your ins or email." Well, I don't know that I've ever talked in that type of lingo. I'm not sure what an ins is. Do you know what an ins is?
How's it spelled?
INS.
That means they're probably foreign and don't have a good grasp of the English language.
I would gather that as well, that maybe they're somebody that does not have a real good grasp of the English language. And what they're probably meaning is, hey, they want your email. And, the interesting thing is, if we go into, just do this, go into Geeky Gardens About page, and I always tell everybody to do this. His email's right here. You have to be signed in to get it. So you have to be on YouTube and signed in to leave a comment. So whoever this Robert person was, I'm just not seeing the message here. And that's the part that I'm going to go back through here again.
Maybe it didn't. Maybe he deleted it.
I don't know that he did delete it.
Oh, Morgan made a comment.
Inspector Deck is the rebel ins. Morgan, you've lost me. Who's Inspector Deck?
That's me. That's Morgan.
All right. So anyway, I'm not seeing this person here. So Jack, is that person? Did you delete the comment, or?
Oh, he's an American rapper.
Okay.
Producer and actor, and that was, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. On Wikipedia.
And Sean gets marriage proposals weekly. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on out there. Just be very cautious. Acknowledge, by all means, acknowledge people's comments. There's this interaction part thing that YouTube does have a metric on. It's not as big as what a lot of people think, in my opinion. Wu-Tang joke. But by all means, acknowledge, either by give them a heart or just write in thanks for comment or something to that effect. It just shows an interaction. But you will get some stuff that maybe you're better off deleting. Depending upon how you have things set up for your channel, it may be hidden. So you didn't indicate to me, Jack, where you saw this. If you saw it in your Creator Studio, if that's where you saw it first, or if you saw it looking at the video itself. Did you go down like where I'm at right now and look down through here where I do not see it?
Chris says almost every video I upload gets a bot comment on it. There's been a lot of bot comments lately.
Yeah. Yeah, there's...
Oh, it seems like YouTube is suppressing that comment. I see it in the notifications list, but nowhere else.
Okay, and...
My microphone isn't there. Ask them if it's in the held for review.
Well, actually, your microphone's turned on. You're just not close to it.
Right.
One place you can look for it is if it's... Let me do this. Okay, you're looking at our comment page within our Two Family Homestead channel, and you're going to find that under comments, there's published comments, there's held for review, which, if you notice, I have some in here, just not done anything with them. And YouTube has told me why they've held them. A lot of numbers here. It's crazy, stupid stuff. We'll go through here every so often and clean them out. But another place to look is to make sure that you haven't already responded to it and click this filter off. You click this filter off, and then this absolutely shows every comment. So those are the three areas where you're gonna find your comments. If they're held for review, and I know that we've had a couple of people in here talk about to get numbers and stuff.
No, it doesn't show up in the comment page and studio under any of those tabs. Yeah, we've had some like that.
Okay. If you notice these ones with, I'm going to call it an abbreviated timestamp. I don't know if you're aware of what chaptering is with a video, so let's talk about that for just a moment. In your video here, you can actually start at the beginning here, Jack, and create a timeline. You want to do it on Notepad or something similar. Let me bring that up. So at 0, it's just pretty much the beginning, and as you go along here, and we're not going to be real accurate. We're just going to say at 1 minute and 20 seconds, you've gone into the garden. So that's your next chapter within this video. So here we can go. Starting garden, and you continue to do this throughout your entire video, all the way to the end. And what you're doing is you're making little timestamps here as to when these events change in your video. So once you do that, you can take this list and copy it into the description. So it'll show up right here. And those timestamps they'll give an area that somebody can click on one of those numbers, and the video will instantly go to that time. So if it was clicked at a 1:20, it would immediately jump to this point in the video. If it were set for 3:42, it would immediately jump to this point. Now, in addition to that, there's a second bar that comes into play right underneath this timeline bar that I have up here. And it's going to show little marks that indicate these various times. don't have any videos done like this.
Nope.
I don't have any. We'll have to do one up, maybe. There's some pluses and minuses to this. Number one, it takes some time to do it. It does take some time to do it. However, I've been told, but I don't know this for absolute fact, but I've been told that every time somebody clicks on one of these timestamp numbers and it jumps to a different area, that counts as a new view, provided they're there for 30 seconds or more. So if I have somebody that just jumps into 342 and they're here, they watch a 30 or 45 second piece of this, and they want to jump back to another part that interests them based upon my description of what the part is. And let's just say that maybe that part is clear back here at 722. And so they click on 722. And now they're watching a new section of the video. And out of a single viewer, you may obtain 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or more video views. Let me think. Okay. So, again, Google displays it. It just gives you a display rather than me trying to explain it. But these are the key moments in this video, from 0 in the intro to video chapters. From 23 seconds on, it's how to set up video chapters. From 1 minute 7 seconds, it's how to see chapters in action. That's what these are representing. Let's see if I can do it here.
Sean said he's played with timestamps, never saw much benefit from it.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know that you would.
Chris said an example, I wanted to see the Pie and Tony's face, but didn't want to sit through the whole live. So that would be, that would make it, with the timestamp, you could go right to it.
Yeah, and I have seen this. I wish I could think of one I could just go to, but I've seen this on some lives. Because this is an additional thing you can do after the fact. Your video is already published. You can go in and you can make this change, and without penalty. It's not editing your video. It's not doing anything like that. So if you have, for example, an hour live, like we tend to have, after this live is over, I can go back through and I can highlight at different time periods, different sections of the live stream, what we were discussing or what I was discussing at that point in time as to what is going on. So and I had forgotten about this. There must be at least 3 timestamps and titles. What this is not showing me, I'm not seeing it here.
I don't know if this is something Daryl could do, but we might just look up timestamp video in YouTube search.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
All right, well, let's see how Sean Canal's crew did it here. Yeah, get rid of the ad.
Would that help a video come up in a person search? Francine is asking.
It could. It could. Because you're putting more information into the metadata. See, they're talking about it here more so than... Well, this is something you guys can go and explore on your own. There's but there are channels that do frequently do it. I've seen it work pretty well on longer videos. You know that somebody either doesn't want or have the time to sit through 40 or 50 minutes of a video just for some pertinent information. So let's go back and use our friend for tonight, Geeky Gardens. He has this video, garden update, and I think this would be a perfect one to explore with the timestamps if you wanted to do that. Because you could go through and pick out various areas. Like at this time, this is when I'm showing this. I think this is your potatoes, if I'm not mistaken. I think you're growing potatoes in there. So my potato tower is at 950. At another time, here I am, I'm jumping a lot. But let's this is another thing, and I'm going to share a little bit here because I think, Jack, you have got a lot to share with people, and you're not getting your just due for whatever reason. And whatever I say here tonight is not necessarily going to make any change in that whatsoever. Number one, I think you're a good storyteller. A fantastic storyteller happens to be in the chat here tonight. That's Morgan Gold. He has that golden throat capability where he can sit down and tell a story and entertain people, keep their interest for a long period of time. Jack, I think you've got some of that ability as well. But
this is Tower of Taters Experiment.
So I can hear. Let me get my headset on here.
Hello, friends and potential friends. Well, I've been trying to get this video done for a couple days now. Today is March 21st, Sunday of 2021. And I guess today is probably the first full day of spring. Officially, spring began yesterday. I wanted to get out here and record this yesterday, but winter decided to come back to Central Florida for a couple days. We had a front come through Thursday night that cooled the temperatures down, so our highs were in the 60s.
Okay, I want to play that for a little bit, so anybody that's in the room here that has not seen one of your videos has an idea what your voice sounds like. Let's go back and grab a different video.
Hello, friends and potential friends. Well, I'm out in the lab again today. I believe it's February 16th, 2021. But this isn't going to be just an update of what's growing in the lab because, quite frankly, there's not a whole lot growing in the lab right now. As you can see, I haven't started any of my spring seeds yet. So I've still got a lot of...
Okay. And the reason I wanted to pull this one up is because, Jack, as much as I like your content and what you're talking about here, the audio in this makes it very difficult to watch and listen to. Personally, I think this would be so much better if you eliminated the audio on the video and did a voiceover. Now, I don't know what software you're using for your editing, but most video editors do have the capability to do a voiceover. And go ahead and invest in yourself. I'm not saying to go out and spend $150 on a microphone or more, but invest in yourself a little bit as far as maybe get a nice USB mic, $35, $40 or something that has a good quality sound to it. And with most video editing programs, you could sit here and you could play this video and talk about what people are seeing and have a nice, clean, crisp voice narrative to talk about the video. This will also give you the ability to fine-tune what people are seeing here. And this is the other thing I wanted to just mention here. If we look at this, I'm going to play this at regular speed.
Got this idea because my friend Paul at the Geeky Gardens channel posted a video a month or so ago showing a technical overview of his indoor grow space. And I thought...
Can't delete the original off the video.
I'm sorry, what?
Heritage Art.
Okay, Heritage Art Homestead. Again, I don't know what software you have, but most that I have seen is you have the ability to separate the audio from the video. Or if you cannot, many times you can mute the audio on a video and do a voiceover, which just adds another track. So there should be a way. I've yet to see. Obviously, nobody can tell.
They're using Billo. Is that the editing program? Never heard of it.
I've never heard of VLLO either. Let's look it up. Okay, so you are editing on your phone, it looks like. This is an app.
Okay. Been there, done that with the voiceover. I wanted to pitch the video, but Daryl made me do a voiceover.
Okay. If this won't do, if this app won't do what you want it to do, it's time to close the app up, take it off your phone, and get yourself an app that will do what you want it to do. There's just so many editing programs out there. And I notice here that although we were looking up this other editor, something here has come back to show again the key on the timelines for doing chaptering. Just so you can see this again here. So again, I'm not sure of this. There are a lot of free editors for phones. I believe Filmora Go.
I just said to do that. Yeah.
do that. I don't envy you folks that are editing on your phone, but that's something I can't do. My fingers are too fat for a phone. I need to have a full-size mouse in hand and a much bigger screen and something that I can deal with in front of me that's big enough. It makes a big enough target. If I get mad and want to throw something at it, I can hit it. Not throw my phone across the room and lose $1,000.
Yeah.
So, see what it says. Premium pay. It looks like Villo or Verlo or however it's pronounced. It looks like they have a free version and a paid version. I don't know what version you have. A lot of people seem to like it looks like, on the reviews. I see they have freeze frame available, some graduated text, some different backgrounds, replace asset, new updates ready. I am not seeing here but I also saw where they have a Facebook page.
You said it's easy to use, that's why you use it.
I'm going to say this: if you're using an editor and you're having an issue with it, or it's not doing what you want to do, if you can get to a Facebook page like what this is, I'm certain that there's going to be users in here that have faced that exact same problem that you're facing. That you're not that unique, and somebody else has already had that problem, and they've come here and tried to fix it. And if it can be fixed, there's an answer. If it can't be fixed, well, then it's time to cut your losses and go elsewhere. Because there are plenty of programs out there that there's no shortage. It's not like this is the only player in town. And I don't mean that to sound callous or anything, but there's a lot of other software companies that would love to have your business.
Jack couldn't get it on his phone even after he got his eyes fixed.
Yeah, phone editing is not for the faint of heart, and I guess I am, so I can't do it. Kudos to you folks that can edit on your phones. I can't do it. I'd have to have I would struggle with a tablet. A laptop, not an issue. A desktop, obviously, that's fine. Okay. So anyway, back into Geeky Gardens. This one here, a few videos ago. Now, here's the problem. Here's what you cannot do. You can't go download this video and fix the vocal and re-upload it. Everything that you can, but it shows up as a new video. And this one has views on it, and you would lose those views. Now, here's what I'm extremely disappointed with in our homesteading community. Is Jack a member of the small YouTubers? Okay. Jack, when you put out a new video, do Do you put that on? Do you advertise you have a new video out in small YouTuber homesteaders? Small YouTube homesteaders group on Facebook? Do you do that? I'm sorry, 42 views. Even if the quality of the audio is not good, this is ridiculous. The content here is worth a lot more than 42 views. There's no reason that when he puts out a video that within a week's time he doesn't have 150, 200 views to start with. 42 is just not acceptable. Here's this latest video that he put out. Today's 23rd. Put this out 2 days ago. It's got 25 views. Folks, go watch this video. Leave him a comment. Don't let an individual that has a desire to create and share what they're doing, especially.
I really don't do anything to promote myself, though I know I should. I strongly dislike Facebook. So does Daryl.
Yeah, I dislike it too. So hire somebody. Do you have any grandkids? If you got some grandkids that are, I'm sure they're probably into Facebook. Say, hey, put Grandpa's videos out there. You know, give them. Yeah, you have to promote your own to get started. You really do. You have to promote your own. And I can certainly say Facebook is one of those areas that I don't like to venture. But you deserve so much more than what you've received here. I mean, I go through your channel. You've done a lot of real nice things here. I go look at your homepage. Let me close this out of here, and I see that you've got individual playlists up here. You have this. You have descriptions on all those playlists. You have it laid out nicely. You're doing all the right things. I go back to your About page. You've got a nice description. Difficult to say just where this channel is going to wind up. I retired from a state position as a computer programmer in 2017. 35 years of pure hardcore geek. Could never figure out why people chose to work for a living when I got to play for a living. So, of course, now I'm into gardening a bit and learning food storage techniques, learning from scratch cooking and baking, investigating animals like chickens, rabbits, goats, and pigs, and preparing to look for land as far out in the sticks as I can find. You may see gardening, my filming attempts to produce food, perhaps a few Arduino or pie projects, possibly a DIY build, solar, wind, hydropower, non-expert building projects. Remember, an ex-state employee means not much money, and anything else that strikes my fancy. I'm currently in Central Florida, Zone 9B, where the first and last frost dates are often on the same day. And some years don't happen at all. So if you need a green fix in the dead of winter, come on down. So it's a cute write-up. It's a nice write-up. It gives a lot of information, gives you your location. You've touched on things here that certainly should spark interest. You have a computer background. You're one of those geeky programmer guys. My computer background is more in the hardware side. Well, software, hardware. But I hated to program. I hated it with a passion. I would not admit that I could program to anybody, especially one of my bosses.
Well, normally you could run circles around your bosses anyway because they're idiots.
Yeah, well, yeah, we had a few like that. Anyway, Jack, I think you've done a fine job with your channel. I don't know. You're going to have to help yourself here. I'm sorry. I'm going to hand you the shovel. You're going to have to dig yourself out of this hole. I see that we did get you a couple subscribers tonight. I'm sorry that I don't have the pull of a channel that I can say, everybody go over to Geeky Gardens and blow up that channel. You know, let's get him up to 1,000 subscribers overnight. I don't have that ability. I'm sorry. If I could do that for folks that I felt were deserving, I would certainly do it. I think you're deserving. I can't do it. But I can encourage you. I hope I'm encouraging you. I hope I'm encouraging everybody out there. And just kind of sharing what's going on here. The last thing I want to talk about before we go any further here, and this is something I don't talk about on Tuesday nights, and that is the keywords on a channel or tags. So there are a couple of ways you can do this. I have TubeBuddy up here. It's going to show me whatever tags he has assigned to this channel. The other way you can tell, remember how I showed you how to find the full size banner picture? We can do that same thing here. We'll just click here and we'll go view page source, and we'll do the Control F. And now we'll type in keywords. If you notice, right after that, it starts here: gardening, indoor growing, cheap lighting options, LED grow lights. That's all he has for tags in here. You want to check me? Here they are. TubeBuddy said exactly the same thing. That's what he has for tags. I don't think it's enough tags. I don't know if they're the right tags. I can also say that the tags are not necessarily going to get you instant views. Where tags help you is in a search, either in a YouTube search or in a Google search or some other search engine search. So, for example, the name of this video, Grow Room Setup on Your Budget. I'm just going to copy that. We're going to go to Google, and we're going to just type that in. And unfortunately, how far down is it? Those exact words come up to be, 8,910,000 results.
Yeah, Sydney was talking on Marco earlier that YouTube changed their tag strategy recently. He just brought that up on Marco earlier tonight.
Mm-hmm.
He heard that on vidIQ.
But here's your video. So if I've got your exact title, you can share that, hey, my video made the first page on a Google search. Because it did. It's right here. Here's your video.
Hello, friends and potential friends. Well, I'm out in the lab again today.
So from that standpoint, Jack, congratulations. You made page 1 of the YouTube search. At least as if I put the title of your video in there. Don't get fooled by some of these outfits saying, here's how you get on the first page of a search. You can modify your search inquiries to return results however you see fit. And unfortunately, that happens a lot of times, and people are waiting with their hands out to take advantage of that. With that, folks, I think I've taken up enough of your time here tonight. I thank you all for being here. Wish we had more. I wish we could have maybe gotten everybody SEO score is really low. I just happened to glance up and see that, Sean. Who's counting an SEO score? And by what measurements are you using? I see TubeBuddy is giving him an SEO score of 10. And that stands for Search Engine Optimization. Jack, like I say, this is something you might want to consider. I think your content is good. I think that some of your camera work could use some improvement. You have some shakiness. Depending upon the type of software you're using for editing, some of that can be removed with software. I know that some programs, some editing programs, have the ability to remove camera shake. And there's other ways to minimize that. But the vocal, one's voice, is a real big deal on a video. People can, they'll put up with poor video quality more so than poor audio. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all to our moderators. I see we got a few of you in here tonight. With that, we'll shut her down. And anything else you can think of? Sherry's saying nope, she's shaking her head. I'm not sure who all is on later, but any other live streams you go and visit, you just tell them that Q Family Homestead sent you. And we'll see you all somewhere down the road. Thanks, folks. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.